Welcome back to English Learn Day, the place where stories help you grow, succeed, and master your English naturally. Today, we're exploring the lessons of a book that has helped millions change their lives, not with magic, but with one decision: to wake up at 5 a.m. and take control of the day. The book is called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Let me ask you something. Do you often feel like your life is running on autopilot? Like you wake up, rush through the day, and go to bed tired, but not fulfilled? If you've ever wanted more time, more peace, and more progress, this story is for you. The idea behind the 5 a.m. Club is simple, but powerful. How you start your day shapes everything. Most people wake up late, check their phones, and react to the world. But the most successful people do the opposite. They wake up early, before the noise, before the distractions, before the world wakes up. The book follows three characters: a billionaire, an artist, and an entrepreneur. At first, they are strangers, lost, tired, and unsure of their path. But when they meet the billionaire, everything begins to change. He teaches them the value of the morning, not as a time to work harder, but as a time to grow deeper. At 5 a.m., the world is quiet. There's space to think, to breathe, to plan, to become who you truly are, not who the world expects you to be. And maybe you're thinking, but I'm not a morning person. That's okay. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Because one small habit, done every morning, can change the direction of your life, and even the way you learn English. Waking up early is just the beginning. What truly matters is what you do with that quiet hour. That's why Robin Sharma created a method called the 20/20/20 formula, a simple but powerful routine that divides the first hour of your day into 3 parts. The first 20 minutes, move. As soon as you wake up, move your body. Stretch. Walk. Dance. Sweat. This isn't just about exercise, it's about energy. When you move, your brain wakes up. Your blood flows. Your stress drops. And you send a message to yourself: I'm ready. The second 20 minutes, reflect. This is your time to slow down. Sit in silence. Write in a journal. Meditate. Think about your goals. Ask yourself important questions. What kind of person do I want to be today? What am I grateful for? This moment builds self-awareness and peace. The last 20 minutes, grow. Feed your mind. Read a few pages of a good book. Listen to a podcast. Watch a video that teaches you something new. This is when your brain is fresh and focused, and you can learn faster, deeper, better. Just 1 hour. 20 minutes of movement, 20 of reflection, 20 of learning. That's all. But if you do this every morning, something powerful happens. You stop surviving and start leading your life with intention. And if you're learning English, this is the perfect time to study. You can listen to a story. Write a few sentences. Speak out loud without fear, because no one is watching. At 5 a.m., it's just you, your thoughts, and your future. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. And the morning gives you a clean start every single day. Here's a truth that no one likes to hear. Most people fail not because they're not smart, but because they're not consistent. They start with motivation, but give up at the first challenge. They plan big changes, but don't follow through when life gets messy. Robin Sharma says, change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and beautiful at the end. Most people quit in the messy part. They wake up early for 3 days, then stop. They try to read, to exercise, to learn English, but when it gets uncomfortable, they return to what's easy. And that's not because they're weak, it's because they don't know how to fight distractions. The phone buzzes. Social media calls. Old habits whisper, just rest a little longer. And slowly, the dream fades. But the people who succeed? They are not perfect. They are disciplined. They wake up even when they don't feel like it. They study even when they're tired. They stay focused when the world tells them to scroll, to sleep, to quit. And that's where the 5 a.m. club becomes more than a habit. It becomes a declaration. I choose to lead my life, not to follow it. If you're learning English, this lesson matters. It's easy to study when you're excited. But what about when you're bored? Or tired? Or stuck? That's when most people stop. But if you stay, if you keep going, that's where growth begins. The real magic isn't in waking up early. It's in doing what matters when no one's watching. It's in choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. So the next time you want to skip practice, ask yourself, who am I becoming? Because every small action is a vote for your future self. Every morning, when your alarm rings, you face a choice: stay in bed, where it's warm and safe, or rise, and step into the unknown. That choice seems small, but it defines everything. Because growth and comfort can't live in the same space. Robin Sharma reminds us that the human brain is wired for safety. It prefers the familiar. It fears discomfort. That's why staying in bed feels easier than becoming who you're meant to be. But comfort comes with a cost, and that cost is potential. Every time you choose what's easy, you delay what's possible. You miss the chance to grow, to lead, to speak, to learn. But when you rise early, when you start your day with discipline, you send a powerful message to yourself. I don't serve comfort. I serve my purpose. This is true for everything, including learning English. Because learning a new language is uncomfortable. You forget words. You get stuck. You hear yourself and feel embarrassed. But that discomfort is not a sign to stop, it's a signal that you're expanding. That your mind is doing something brave. Most people think confidence comes before action. But the truth is the opposite. You act first, and confidence follows. You speak, even if your voice shakes. You try, even if you fail. You wake up, even if your body resists. That's how you become more than who you were yesterday. And with each small victory, one sentence spoken, one word remembered, one early morning started with intention, you shift the balance. Growth becomes easier. Comfort becomes boring. So tomorrow morning, when the bed feels warm and your dream feels far, choose growth. Choose purpose. Choose the person you're becoming. Robin Sharma says, own your morning. Elevate your life. And he's right. Because the first hour of your day isn't just about what you do, it's about who you decide to be. Think about it. Most people start their day in a rush. They wake up late, grab their phones, scroll through social media, check emails, and suddenly, the day owns them. They feel behind, distracted, tired, before even starting. But what if the first 60 minutes were different? What if that time was sacred, yours, and yours alone? That's what the 5 a.m. club is really about. Not waking up early just for the sake of it, but using the silence of the morning to set your direction. Because when you begin the day with focus, the rest of the day follows. You move with intention. You speak with calm. You react less. You create more. And if you're learning English, this is the perfect time to practice. Not when you're stressed. Not when you're rushing. But when your mind is fresh. Your heart is quiet. And your focus is sharp. Try this. Use 5 minutes in the morning to read in English. 5 minutes to write a sentence. 5 minutes to listen to a short story or repeat a phrase. That's all. Just 15 minutes, but done every day, it becomes part of who you are. Your brain loves patterns. And the more you connect your English learning to the calm of the morning, the more natural it becomes. It's not just a task. It's a ritual, one that reminds you, I am building something. And that's the truth. You're not just learning English. You're building identity, discipline, clarity. So tomorrow morning, before the world pulls you in every direction, take 1 hour. For yourself. For your voice. For your future. So here's the truth, you don't need more time. You need more ownership. You need to take back the first hour of your day, before the noise, before the pressure, before the world tells you who to be. Robin Sharma's 5 a.m. club isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing yourself first. Before the emails. Before the chaos. Before the doubts. When you wake up early, move your body, feed your mind, and calm your soul, something inside you shifts. You begin to trust yourself again. To believe in your potential. And that feeling? That's power. Quiet, honest, disciplined power. And if you use just part of that first hour to learn English, to speak 1 sentence, to read 1 page, to listen with presence, you're not just studying. You're building identity. You're becoming fluent in more than a language. You're becoming fluent in who you are becoming. The world is full of people who press snooze on their dreams. But you? You're choosing to rise, to speak, to grow. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, give yourself 1 hour. Move, reflect, learn. Do it for 7 days. And see how your confidence grows, how your clarity returns, how your English improves, not because you studied more, but because you showed up with intention. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you of your strength, subscribe to English Learn Day. Share this video with someone who needs structure, purpose, or just a fresh start. Because success doesn't begin with luck. It begins at 5 a.m. with a quiet decision that says, "This time, I choose me."